Alrighty, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get started because it's a little bit early, but I would like to go ahead and um, do a little bit of talking before we actually start the stream. Just give me 1 second. I'm working on my mobile Final Fantasy game. So, for those of you who were here last Friday, I'm sure you'll remember that we finished Final Fantasy 1. We went through the time slip, beat the Four Fiends one last time, and took out the big bad boss. For those of you who missed that, don't worry. The recording should still be up on my Twitch as of this moment. I believe it has another week. And if you want to see the entire playthrough, it is mostly available on my YouTube channel. If whatever's not there, it basically, if it's not all there, don't worry about it. I will be doing an additional challenge run through, so you will get a chance to see the entire thing from start to finish. I just have to decide which one I'm doing. I might try doing the all black mage run through, or even the all monk run through. I'm not sure just yet. So anyway, since Final Fantasy 1 is done and out of the way, now we're moving on to chronological order, I guess. But we are moving on to Final Fantasy 2. In the GBA release, when both games were first brought over to when the Final Fantasy 2 was first brought over to the U.S., North America, it was done with Final Fantasy 1 and 2 Dawn of Souls. Dawn of Souls had an additional playthrough for Final Fantasy 2, which I don't believe the Pixel Remastered has, because I haven't found anything on it. And again, I didn't do an in-depth research either. But Final Fantasy 2 is actually going to be a fairly interesting game to try to stream through. I'm just going to go ahead and start moving stuff around here, as it does not have a formal leveling system. This was the only time this was used, to the best of my ability, to the best of my knowledge. This was the only time it was used in the main series. So what I mean by a non-specific leveling system, you don't actually gain levels in order to increase your stats. It's all linked to actions within the game. Something sort of similar to Final Fantasy 3 with the way they did the job class system, but it's more direct to it's more in a method to, instead of indirectly build the character, it literally determines how you build the character. So it's a situation where your main team, you basically get to pick who is what, and of course there are default stats that show who's better for what. They weren't that, whatever you want to call it, but everything had a level. Your weapons have a level, your shields have a level, your magic levels independently, and that. So there was no fire, Fyra, Fyga, Fyraja. There was fire, and then you use it, and as you keep leveling up, it gets stronger, and the animations will change in this one. So also, the more attacks you took, the more likely the HP was going to go up. The more spells you cast, more likely MP is going to go up. And it happens after every battle, pretty much. Again, and the guild system here again, not quite as good as some of the later ones. In some aspects, actually, it was a little bit worse than the Final Fantasy 1, but it's all open to a subjective. No, it's all open to interpretation of opinion, I believe is the phrase I wanted to use. Yeah. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and boot her up, and we'll see about getting going. So I have already played through this quite a bit, that just being a relative term, because like I said, there's no specific leveling involved, there's no whatever. So as far as I'm aware, I may be a quarter through my private gameplay, so that way I know what I'm doing and not wasting as much time um, on screen. But yeah, so we're gonna leave all the names as set as default. So Furia, Maria, Guy, and Leon. Oh, why? Okay. And we're gonna get playing. A long-lived peace. Is at an end. The Emperor of Palamecia has called forth monsters from the other world and has begun his campaign for world conquest. A rebel army arose in the kingdom of Fynn to thwart the Emperor's something. But the rebels' castle fell to an all-out assault by the Empire. I'm surprised this one, the text is going so fast. I'll have to see if I can tinker with it in the settings. Left with little choice, the rebels withdrew to the remote town of Altair. Four youths from Fynn also found themselves fleeing the Imperial forces. They had lost their parents at the hands of the Empire, but their escape wasn't over. I was going to say, I can't remember if this is turn-based or not, but yeah, and I was going to say, it is part of the story to lose at this point, because at this point you're just starting out. So, will he live? Minwu's the mage, Hilda's the woman on the left. He will. I sense a strong life force within him. He should regain consciousness soon. We found them like this on the escape from Fynn, fallen from terrible wounds. By the time we brought them here, I feared it was already too late. His life is not in danger. This sigil will strengthen his life force. We should let him rest now. Of course. We'd best be off to the meeting. I imagine they're already waiting for us. If the Empire is allowed to complete the dreadnought they'll be building, or the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk, their attack will begin in earnest. We cannot sit idly by and watch. We must act. And of course, my voice feels like it's starting to go. Where am I? Leon, Maria, Guy, where are you? Forgive me. Anyway. Furion, you're alive. I thought you'd... I'm fine, Maria. You seem alright too, Guy, but wait, where's Leon? Princess of Fynn saved us, but Leon, not here. I see. Don't worry, I'm sure he's okay. So you've regained your strength. Very good. Your life force is strong indeed. It was you who saved us, wasn't it? Thank you. Forgive me, Your Highness, but there's something I must ask of you. Please let us join the rebel army. I could never allow such a thing. You know nothing of battle. You would only be throwing your lives away. You should return to your homes. But we have no homes. Not anymore. The Imperials attacked. And our parents? Our parents... I'm truly sorry, but that changes nothing. I cannot permit you to join the army. If you have nowhere else to go, you're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know the password, you should be able to live here well enough. The password is Wild Rose. This is another mechanic that they haven't repeated that I'm aware of. You see certain colored words, you hit learn, and you'll learn them. And then you can go to ask and build it up from there, I guess. The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Fynn. It represents our hope for a flourishing future of strength and beauty. But what will become of Fynn now? I've heard that the Empire's captives suffer there in confinement even as we speak. Maria, your brother Leon is missing, is he not? It's possible that he's being held in Fynn as well. But Fynn is far too dangerous to travel to now. The Emperor's beasts still stalk the streets. Gaining entrance into the city will not be easy. The man at my right is Minwu, the white wizard who tended to your wounds. Speak with him before you leave. He may be of some assistance. And she just repeats the same thing, but there's another one to learn here. And I think it's from him. Okay. And of course, there's all my commands for the game. I see your destiny clearly. The future it holds seems closely intertwined with my own. Your fate. You will begin by journeying to Fynn, the first step towards realizing your fate. You've wasted no time in using the password. Heed the information it will bring you. You can learn much of value by listening. I offer you one more bit of advice before you depart for Flynn. Those who have fallen in battle can be revived at a sanctuary. Should one of you fall before you reach Fynn, go without hesitation to the nearest sanctuary. The port of Paloom lies not far east of here, but a lake separates us, so you won't be able to reach the town without a canoe. This is the Rebels' Army's war room. Heading to Fynn, are we? It's not my place to tell you what to do, but I'd reconsider if I were you. It's a dangerous place, you see. The city is crawling with the Empire's monsters. To the north lies a small village called Gatra. Judging by the look of you, you'd be lucky to make it that far. Before you go anywhere, I suggest you visit the room with the sigil that saved your life. You'll find people who can teach you a thing or two about adventuring. I think you're going to need all the advice they can spare. So, and that's where you can go that, if you want to read through all the tutorial stuff on how to play this game, you go there and they'll explain, oh, well, this is how you recover HP, this is how you recover MP, blah, 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 status effects. This is the king's bedchamber. His Majesty was grievously wounded in the flight from Fynn. He's been resting here for some time now. And, yeah, same thing. Usually they do. An arrow struck me in the back during the battle, leaving me in this state. Perhaps I really have grown old. My daughter Hilda now serves as regent. You should speak with her. And then I believe this room is empty still. Yeah. You're in the rebel hideout in the town of Altair. Gordon, the Prince of Kashan, is hiding out here in Altair. I don't know what happened, but something made him lose faith in himself. Princess Hilda fled here when Fynn was attacked. She's doing a remarkable job of leading the rebel army while His Majesty recovers. The chest contained a potion. Oh, I'll show you what I was talking about, too. So, there's your skill levels for all of your items. You've got, barehanded, daggers, swords, canes, axes, javelins, bows, and shield. And because we don't have any magic yet, yeah. And then configuration. I know this is probably louder than me, so I'm going to turn it down. I should have done that first. Yes, I know, but we're going to do curse. Do we? Yeah, we'll do curse and memory for right now, because I know in my other game it's kind of been a pain in the butt a couple times. So, and then you can look at all the key terms you have here. Formation. This is the first game in the series, I believe, that had the front or back row. No, I'm sorry, it's not. Maybe it's because it's remastered. It's got the front and back row. So, that's that. Paul. I am Paul, the greatest thief in all the world. They've yet to invent the loot I can't burgle or steal. The Imperial coffers have kept my purse fat with gil lately. I would never steal from the rebels. You can be sure of that. My home was in Fynn, too. I can't even go home now that the Empire has occupied the city. This is the town of Altair, the Imperial forces haven't been deployed this far out yet. I suppose it's only a matter of time, though. Do we have equipment? We do. Okay. Had to double check because it's hard for me to remember. I'll talk to him in a minute. So, Tabul, the fellow over in the weapons shop, is one fine blacksmith. I think he's been something's been bothering him lately, though. So this would be him. What could you want with me? I'm just an old man. The geese fact is just a cover. My name's Tabul. I'm the best darn blacksmith in the rebel army. No keyams to learn. It'll be important here once we finish the first official task from the princess. And so, yes, magic shops are still here. What can I do for you? So in this game we have tomes. These tomes will teach whoever we use it on the spell that it's for. So, like I did previously, we will do cured tomes to everyone, just because that will help out. And this gear that's still in here, I believe, was Leon's. So, but now that we have magic, I can show you. So the magic has levels, and the spell cost goes up for every level you get. So right now it only costs 1 MP to cast this spell, but as it goes up, 2 will be 2 and everything else. Oh, I didn't really take a look at the stats earlier when we went through it, but so if we look here, basically everything's set. 10's down to magic, which is 5, and then the attack is 11, defense 3. Hers is spirit in intellect is up to 10 and 15. Agility is 15. Attack is 3. Magic is 5. So that pretty much puts her in the position where back row is best for her, bow or staff, and she is definitely our caster. For spirit, I can't remember if they did it in this one or not, but spirit or intellect, that determines the value at which your spells do their thing. I believe with the high intellect, she is best for suited black magic, but she's also going to be the healer because she's got the high, she's got the 10 spirit. And then strength 15, stamina 15, ability magic, attack 17, defense 2. So Guy is our resident meat shield rather. So him, I would say, yeah, he usually has the axe, and so when the time comes, I usually do. I'm gonna give him this here though, so he can work on that. I do dual. You can dual wield the weapons for the characters in here, so. So I do usually have him dual wield whatever it is he's working on, because it levels the skill faster too. So, but anyway, Paul's a skilled thief, but don't worry, you can trust him. He only steals from the Imperials. And this is what the sanctuaries in this game look like. You just go up here, nothing happens. If there's somebody dead, they poof, back to life. Gordon. My name is Gordon. I was once a prince of Kashan. Now I'm nothing but a coward. My brother Scott fell in battle. I abandoned my kingdom and fled here. So you've asked to take up arms in the struggle? I'm so afraid Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked her. I've been stalling here. I'm just a spineless coward. Go ahead, laugh. I deserve it. Items work a little bit differently in this game too, because as you can see now, we have 3 vendors. This gentleman does eye drops and antidotes, as well as potions and high potions. This one does the cross, mallet, mains kiss, gold needle. So these are strictly status effects. And then this one has Phoenix Down, Ether, Cottage, and Elixir. A lot of pricey is not even. Hit that. Oh, I may have to go get new batteries for my controller. I knew they were low, but I didn't think they were that close to dying. So if it dies again, I will have to be right back. Also, here the inn is not a fixed price. Like right now, because it's already, I'm already full up. It doesn't cost anything to stay there, but based for every point that you have to recover, they charge like 1 gil. So, and as you can see, I've already put 5 hours into this game here, and I'm only as far as recruiting Gordon into the party, which is our second guest. So, and when they duel, which you can't do with the bow for obvious reasons, need a crossbow. But when you dual weapon, you do wind up attacking twice per round. And see, now as a result, their skills are going up. Strength is up for Guy. Oh, no. But my control just went again, so I guess I will be going and grabbing some batteries. Oh, weapons all went up. I will be going and grabbing some batteries, and I might as well go ahead and make myself a coffee while I'm at it. So, I know it's a bit early, but at least this way in the stream, won't have to do a little bit later. All right. Ugh. I shall return. am back. I just got to put batteries in, but I can, and I turn on some backlighting, so see if I can get this turned off. Had a catastrophe to try to avoid because babies are bothering the husband because they wanted treats. So, eating their treats, made my coffee, got my batteries, all that good stuff, eh? And if anybody has anything to say about the colored lighting I've done my last couple streams, let me know. I'm just doing it for something different, basically. Using Buy More brand batteries that don't seem to last very long. Either that or I just have troubles with this controller, because I will admit there are times where it'll just turn itself on, but maybe that's my fault for using a Steam controller. Who knows? Alrighty. Now we have fresh new batteries. Now let's proceed. But anyway, yes, as I was saying prior to my going upstairs, apparently not a lot of people like to stream this because of the way the system works, which I can see that. That's fair. It's a lot of grinding on and off the screen, or off the game. So what we'll do is I'll probably see how far I can get, and then if possible, we'll do like I was originally thinking of doing, and we'll just consolidate this game into my other game, and we'll go from there. This way I'm not grinding multiple times for the same game. So this is the next village that Gautreaux. This is the village of Gautreaux. Finn is just across the lake, see? And so far, because even as far as I am in the game, the items in the item shop are always the same. The Imperial forces have occupied Castle Finn. The gates are drawn and no one can enter. And with Imperial troops and monsters roaming the street, the city isn't any better off. That's the sanctuary here. I don't know why they don't mark them, but there's a pub just on the outskirts of Finn where the Empire invaded. The barkeep didn't make it out in time. They say he's still working there, pouring drinks for the Imperials. Guterria and Altair haven't fallen into the clutches of the Empire yet, but once the Dreadnought is complete, nothing will be able to stop the Empire. Armor usually stays about the same too until we get a little bit further in. Like I can buy her a buckler, but I believe a bow is two-handed, so she can't equip it. Leather cap. Get her leather armor. That I do have one. Leather gloves. So this is another one of those weird mechanics, in my opinion, because even though this will up their defense, it will lower their evasion. I'm guessing because there is some sort of weight to it, but because yeah, see, as long as she has the bow equipped, she can't equip the shield anyway. So, but especially for Firion and Guy, I always make sure to gear them up because they're the two closest things I have to any kind of, whatever you want to call it here. And of course there's no magic shop here, so I will just stay at the inn. One guild to rest up and heal. It's weird. It should have been more, unless it's because it's, I was going to say no, unless I only had one left, but maybe it's because it's early enough in the game. I don't know. So. And since we have no attack magic, I will just go ahead and have them wail on it. So hopefully everybody's day and week went well. Or day's going well today. Hopefully your week went well. If you weren't here for my stream on Tuesday. So for some reason I'm thinking, oh my god, I didn't put myself back to the thing, but I did. Maria's strength went up. Hello? I'm downstairs. Yes, he did. I only gave them 6 each. Sorry. And apparently Peanut's trying to beg for more treats. So. Oh well. And so I will save just because. And this is castle, of course, can't get anywhere because it's all boarded up. Nice big map though, I guess. And now we're going into the city. It's just as we've heard, the city's crawling with Imperial soldiers. We have to be careful. Make sure not to get too close. And by too close, they mean you can't talk to them. Because I did that on my other game, and yes, I got wiped out quite quickly. Also, before I forget, this game has an autosave feature, which I wasn't aware of until I died. So it will save from the last major thing you did. So like going in and out of town, in and out of a dungeon, that's where it will save you at last. And of course there's still the quick save, manual save, this save, that save, itty bitty diddy save. So this place plays something special later. I don't know what, I like something it does, but I don't know what, because the only thing really in here is this. But you see nothing out of the ordinary. In the meantime, shouldn't come up if it was nothing out of the ordinary, I would think. So, and the rest of the city is pretty well blocked off from me because of the Imperials. So I can't get to the inn, I can't get to the magic shop here, which is a bummer because I'm sure it's got some really good spells. Hey, their HP went up this round. Sanctuary's closed, even though these two are open. I'm almost certain the vendors, the shopkeepers aren't in there because they ran. Wouldn't blame them. But, yeah. I guess I should turn that off so that way I can start leveling Maria and her magic up. Now I can automate it, because once it's automated, she will automatically cast Cure on whoever needs it. Guy, his skills went up for level. Maria's MP, Strength, Magic, and Stamina went up. And then Guy's Strength went up. So there are actually 2 different poison stats here in this game. One is poison, which is the green bubbles, ends after battle. There's another one that I believe it's purple bubbles, but I only ever catch it when I'm outside of battle. It's called venom. It's basically poison, but it carries through after battle. And because of that, they did create 2 different healing spells for that. One's Asuna and the other one's Basuna. Basuna. So, and yeah, I can't get to the item shop in here, so like the best I can do is basically just kind of wander around, fight some monsters, gain some money. Now I'm pretty sure she should start healing like Furion and Guy, but there we go. So as you can see, all of the spells are single or multiple targets. So there's no, having to buy this one to make sure I get multiple targets, this one to get single targets. It's all the same. I just have to hit the proper trigger to change the targeting, essentially. That's weird. I don't know why that one's different. Anyway, Um, so as you can see, currently one MP per cast, and we'll get a notification in that little window like all the other times when her cure levels up. So hopefully this will get me enough money to actually be able to afford to get some attack magic. Because if nothing else, Furion and Maria can definitely use attack magic. I mean, I make sure that even Guy learns it just because. So I can't talk to them in here, otherwise I'll get wiped out as well. But whoa, what do you think you're doing here? Customers aren't allowed behind the counter. These Imperials are as ill-bred as they come. Ah, you're with the rebels. You'll find a secret door in this wall. There's a wounded soldier back there. Go see if you can help him. What am I going to do? I've had it with this place. You guys can take it from here. Don't let us down. Are you going to turn me over to the Empire? At least have the decency to kill me first. I don't want them to take me alive. So, you're rebel soldiers, are you? My name is Scott. I'm a Prince of Kashan. Prince Scott? We were told you fell in the battle. Thank goodness you're still alive. I am, but not for much longer. I'm afraid I must ask a favor of you. There's something you must tell my brother Gordon. Tell him that I know he has great strength. He must learn to have more faith in himself. I also have a message for the king. Tell him the reason Finn fell so quickly is that Count Borhin betrayed us. He's been made a general in the Imperial Army. There's one more thing. Tell Hilda that I love her. No, don't deliver that last message. The confessions of a dying man would only bring her pain. My brother Leon, have you heard of him? I'm sorry, but I have not. I wish it could be of more help. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it will be of use. Maybe it's all this talking, but I've grown. Okay, sweetheart. But I've grown extremely tired. Ow, something in my... Just pulling the back of my leg. If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest just for a little while. You obtained Scott's ring. Chest contained potion, and potion. So, anyway, earlier when I mentioned Dawn of Souls for the GBA, part of the Dawn of Souls game was actually all the characters that die in this game, because this is going to be like a lot of, more recent Final Fantasy games where there's, main characters or story characters that die. I'm not sure how many of them, because I never actually played into it because it was my brother's game. But Dawn of Souls takes over to basically allow you to play through another story where all the people who have passed away meet up in the afterlife, and so they're trying to do something in the afterlife, I guess. I'm not sure what it is. I'd have to look into it. But either that or it was not an optional game. Maybe it was an additional part of the story. I don't know if it's in this one. I really should look. I really should. How much money do I have? Okay, and if I can, because I need what? Oh, I need 900. I was going to say, I need 900 gil to get all of the attack magic for those two. Because the books are 150 each, that's 450 and yeah, 900. So anyway, yeah, and I'll just head right back for Altair. What? What? I have not. I went the wrong way. Obviously, I've never encountered these things before. So get me out of here. Holy rip. Obviously, one mistake almost cost me a game over. First, what, hour of my new run? Oh, my lord. At least I know where to go find them now, because in my other game I'm in the point of kind of leveling up where it's not necessarily stagnated, but it's gone. And in my other game, too, by the way, I did have Guy learn a bunch of magic. So, like, there's lots of, like, spell leveling that I've done. So, for your own strength went up, Guy's HP went up. So, I need a bit more money, so I might as well see if I can grind one or two more monsters fights here. I had 53 gil. Well, and a bit, because I do need to rest. I don't know how they determine the guild values either, because as you saw, they were all the same monster, but one was worth twice the amount. So, still not quite enough, for pity's sake. At least they're all one-hitting them, so they're gotten pretty powerful. There we go. That should give me enough to buy all the, the 4 spells for the others. And then rest. Okay, so that leaves me 75 left. So I should be able to go and spend the night. Oh, by the way, outside of battle, if you really want to power level some of your white spells, basically you just go in and keep casting them. Because as like Cure, as long as you can actually restore HP, which this would be better for higher levels if you need to do that. Just outside battle, keep casting, rest, and well, I guess not rest. I guess you'd want to use an ether if it was possible. Basically that kind of thing. Nothing but a coward. My Scott. Key items. Ring. That ring. It's my brother's. He really said all those things about me. So you've asked to take up arms. Oh, never mind. I thought he said something different after that. Alrighty. Okay. Our password is Wild Rose. Remember it well. Key items. Ring. That ring belonged to Scott. Is he alive? He gave us this ring and fin just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? No, nothing. Your Highness, please, the ring belongs with you. No, keep it. It suits a personage of courage. You infiltrated Finn and returned to tell the tale. You've proven yourselves quite capable. It would seem I underestimated your strength. I would have you lend that strength to our cause. There's a magical metal known as mithril, and we need strong warriors if we are to obtain it. Learn mithril. We lost Finn because we were ill-equipped. The Empire fought with weapons and armor made of mithril. I have charged Joseph, a man living in Salamand, with the task of finding a source of mithril. I do not know the cause, but we've lost contact with him for some time now. Would you go with Minwu to Salamand to look into this? I heard Her Highness's words and have waited for you here since. Waited here for you since. To reach Salamand, we must first pass through the port town of Paloom. Take my canoe and let us be on our way. So, Minwu is, yes, a white mage. I got my canoe. Now I can cross all the little, like, shallow spots. And here is what he comes done with. So, as you can see, he's got Cure level 7, Life 7, Asuna 3, Blink 5, Teleport 1, Fog 6, Fear 3, Silence 4. And so, you know, I don't have to worry about leveling that. And in fact, I think in my other playthrough, he did not level anything when I was there. But then his equipment and his stats, pretty impressive for a white mage. But I was right, the spirit is what we want to keep high for Maria if possible, but spirit and intellect can be kept high. That way she can, you know, help fight their way through, because there are going to be some monsters that are only weak against magic attacks, because of course there are. So we've lost Scott as well. He had proposed to Hilda, you know. Now he'll never hear her answer. I always thought he'd make a fine husband for her. We believe mithril is in common use, or was in common use once long ago. Some surviving records indicate mithril was mined in the north near Semet Falls. With each day, the construction of the Dreadnought in Basque draws nearer to completion. The townspeople have been enslaved and are being forced to work without rest. You should be able to use that canoe to cross the lake to the east and reach the port of Paloom. If you can find some mithril to give our blacksmith, Talbul, I'm sure he'll be able to make some amazing weapons. Okay. Pretty strong for a white mage too, considering he only takes 1 hit or 1 HP worth of damage from an attack. Alrighty, so now there's 2 ways to do this. One is to go here. Is basically go in here, buy passage on the ship, and just, you know, travel my happy backside all the way over to the other place, which I can't remember what the name of it is here. He says, I think. You folks be looking to board passage on a ship, would ye? For just 32 gil, we'll see you safely to Proft. Proft is a place closer to Salamand than this place, but it's also a little bit easier just to walk. And what the? I either have something that's stuck in the fabric of these pants I'm not aware of. The Empire hasn't attacked Polymer Port, at least not yet. The ship heading out of the little port will take you straight to Poft. How much gil do I have? 102. Not enough to really even buy anything for items, my magic weapon. Now there's a fine lass. How about you and me go have a drink? With you? Not a chance. Basque Solomon, once you pass Poth, they say all the cities are under the control of the Empire. Palum's a town of freedom. Want to settle down here with me, handsome? So, here's where you see some new spells. Got the Cure Tome, which everybody has, but there's also the Blink, Protect, and Shell tomes. Which, yeah. Then there's armor in here. It's all bronze and copper, so... Which I don't even think I have on my other game yet. But actually I got something better because I bought the mithril stuff once I got past that stage. Weapons, here you can find your axes and daggers. This is Palum, it's just a little port town. So, and especially now that I only have 2 gil left, I can't exactly take the boat to the thing, but as I said, the monsters here are not necessarily strong. They're just a pain in the backside. And I do need to level some if I'm going to actually get through or try to get caught up with my other game. Which means I will probably do some grinding on this off stream. And I'm not going to play my other game through because I'm going to try to get it to sync up to where basically I can just play the other game, go forward, and we'll do a blind playthrough together. How's that sound? So there is a chance that you may have to watch my dumb butt try to figure out where I'm going and what I am doing wrong. So, but should be entertaining. I hope. I'm entertaining. But anyway. Oh, I already got 250 gil. So that means I can start having them cast some spells. Yeah. So. Alright, I should have had Minwu put Protect on them, but that's fine. Oh, he already attacked. And that takes care of that. Oh, Fairyland's magic finally went up. I think it's now 15. Yep. See, his magic didn't go up at all until after we started that, so... Fairyland's HP's up to 72, which is pretty respectable. But see, wasn't that far of a walk, because I'll even take us to where the town that they mentioned, Poft, is, because it's not that far away. So it's a situation of, you know, yeah, you could do that, spend the 32 gil and do that, but you might as well walk and get some experience from the monsters. Alrighty, now we should level... This should put Cure up to level 2, I believe. Yep, level 2. And so when it does that, when you're casting Cure, that's your sign. Oh, hey, your magic leveled up. Now you've got to spend more magic. So, 15 gil to rest up. That's not too bad. I must have leveled up pretty good, because now when I say at the end on my other game, all, like, you know, a couple hundred. Okay, so here you got your mace, longsword, battle axe, and longbow. So, of course, I am going to buy 2 longswords. And that will be that for now. Armor is fairly better here. because it's got the bronze, all bronzes, by the way. And then right down here, if I can go the right way, is your magic. And it took me a while to get this magic because 1,000 per book. But that being said, with where I'm at in my other game, Furion and Maria have life. Guy and Maria have teleport. Guy has warp. I love Joseph, but I know if I'm around, I would just get in his way. You have business with me? You're here for Princess Zelda? A little short in the tooth, aren't you? You kids can't fool me. Mithril? I haven't found any yet. I do have a few leads, but I don't plan on sharing what I do know with a bunch of perfect strangers. I'm going to need you to do a little something to prove you are who you say you are. There's a bunch of people from Salamand who are being forced to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Rescue them, and we'll talk. And then this is one of those things that, yeah, you can show him all the keyams, but it does you no good because it nothing to do with the story. So, the Empire enslaved the men of Salamand and forced them to work at the cave, in the cave at Summit Falls. Please, you have to help them. Summit Falls is beyond the mountain range south of Salamand. That's where the Empire's been mining its mithril. Alrighty. So, now there's a couple of cities not too far away from either one of them here, so... Oh, let's just do this. And then that. And then protect. There we go. I think I did that right. I'm surprised I didn't. Oh, maybe I don't have my thing up properly. No, I don't. Well, either that or I'm not sure how he did it. Alright. Furion's MP went up again. His magic went up finally. So... unfortunately, they can flee, which makes them problematic in battle. Actually, I guess I should just... That's not what I wanted to do. I was going to say, I might as well just do this because, unfortunately, I don't think they get more EXP if they target multiple monsters. I think it's the same no matter how many monsters you target. So stats went up and Minwu's HP went up pretty good. So this was the port that they'd bring me to if I paid the 32 gil over there. Maria intellect went up. So this is Ponf. Yeah, Pof. So, and there's the guy looking to... Oh, sorry, but the ship's already left for Palom. So you can't just travel here and magically show up. Bask, the city to our east, is under the control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there. And they all say the same thing because, as you can tell, this is an aviator's bar. But this person is new, so ask, or no, learn airship. This is Sid. This is, at least this incarnation of Sid. You want to ride the airship? If you've got the cash, there's no place I can't take you. Ask. Airship. You want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me. Okay. And then this takes you everywhere that you've already visited, with the exception of these two. But, well, yeah. So, and as you can see, it's a little bit on the costly side, but could fly right to Kashan, could fly right to Summit Falls. Could A, B, C, and D. So, this is Poft, Salman to the north, and to our east is Bafsk. This is the inn, armor shop, bronze, all bronze, bronzy bronze bronze. You be looking for Sid? He's probably over in the pub. I hear for a few gil, he will get you on. We'll get you a ride on that airship of his. Bafsk, the city to our east, is under the control of the Empire. They're building something terrible there. Just like everybody. Must be slow news day. And here we have Curatom again, but we also have the Blink, Protect, and Shell. So, weapons, I think here's where you actually finally get the Javelin, I think. Nope. I know it's somewhere. Oh. No. Anyway. Have you seen the airship? It belongs to a fellow named Sid who lives right here in Poft. He's the only one who can fly it. Good to know. So, and then just around the corner here, on the other side of this mountain, which need money, need to level, is Bafsk. I'll take you there, show you the dreadnought that they're talking about. Oh, level 2 for their magic. That's good. And right now, as I said, Bafsk is under Imperial control, and the Dark Knight is there with the city. So, now the cost is 2 to level up, but A needs to be done. His magic went up again. Her magic went up. Okay. And nobody will say anything because right now the Dark Knight is here. That's the sanctuary items. This would be the Dark Knight. I don't know what happens if you talk to him because I've never talked to him. Magic down here. This is where you get some newer spells that you don't see anywhere else. Fear, Basuna, Esuna, Silence. So, Esuna cures status ailments when used in battle. Basuna cures status ailments temporarily when used in battle. And then Fear teaches fear, and I have a spider on me. More likely to flee when you're in battle with them. So, and the thing about Esuna is you have to level it for it to work properly. The reason why Minwu's Esuna is level 3 is because at level 3, that's the only level, well, no, that's the minimum level, essentially, to start getting rid of poison outside of battle. And then, oh, here's the spear. Longbow. Let's get her the longbow. Whoopsie. I guess that's optimal for her. which is a bit weird, but okay. Whatever you think. Okay. Now let's go ahead and rest. You know what? Since I haven't done it, we'll just go ahead and give it a go. I'll rest, get everything done up, go out, save it. We'll talk to the Dark Knight, see what he has to say for himself. Mr. Dark Knight, why are you helping such an evil group? File 2. Ever since that day with the... Ever since that stream with the dot hack incident, I get very whatever. What are you doing just standing around? Move. Okay, so... Didn't fight. I honestly expected there to be a fight. So... Because if you're in... Fynn and talk to the Imperials that are there, yeah, they want to fight you. Alrighty, so... Let's start another spell for them. And you can do Protect. It's funny how, in some ways, it's funny how Furion's magic jumped higher than what Maria's has. In the meantime, she is essentially your dedicated spellcaster for the game, so... Forms magic wall guards against magic attacks. This is supposed to protect against status ailments. I have never seen it do it. Because I've used that spell when fighting these big groups before, because... well, there's Venom. That's what the Venom status looks like. But there is... I can't remember what I was going to... I'm sorry, I'm starting to get tired for some reason. It's... I don't know what causes that. I really don't. I wish I did. But... have him help, so... Esuna should do this. That will automatically wear off once we're out of battle, so... it can also wear off while we're in battle, too, by the way, so... I for some reason didn't think it would have that much HP, but... Ain't the first time I'm wrong, now is it? I completely lost my train of thought with where I was going with what I was going to say earlier. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, now I kind of remember. She's the dedicated magic person. Like, you know, no matter which way you want to look at it, she's the dedicated magic person. Meanwhile, kind of takes a bit for her MP to actually kind of get up there. Protect. Need to be a little bit careful because of the cost that will incur for me to restore all these points I'm losing. So what time is it? It's 10 after 11. So what we will do is I will keep on this as usual, and if I don't, that's not what I want to cast. And depending on how far we get, I may just power level them this coming week here to where I'm at in my other game, and then we'll just kind of basically race through to the point I'm at in my other game, and we'll just go from there. Furion's intellect went up, Minwu's HP and stamina went up. Makes sense. Only thing I can think of is I'm tired because of the weather. It was pretty nice yesterday, and then all of a sudden, by the time I got out of work, it dropped 10 degrees. And of course, remember that centigrade, so that's quite a large drop. That's almost 25 degrees Fahrenheit. It dropped between the time I went into work and the time I got out of work. So, no money. Okay, I got an item, I guess. Alrighty, so now almost halfway there. These things. Fun. I mean, it's not like they're very strong either, as you can see. Except against magic, because they're just now getting to it. There we go. And Ferion's fire leveled up. So what I'm doing is essentially I'm heading towards Summit Falls. Just so that way I'm already in that vicinity. Maria's fire leveled up. So now she can go on and work on her thunder. And then we're all, pretty well on the same page. You have to excuse me. I don't know. I really wish I knew why I was so tired. No real reason for it, but... what is 3 and 3? Okay. So this actually up here is where I'm at, and I can't even go there because I don't have the proper terrain vehicle. Oh, by the way, when you equip the same weapon, so like when I dual wield Guy for his axes or Ferion for swords or whatever, you do earn the EXP twice as fast because you're earning it per weapon, essentially. Maria's HP and stamina went up. Hornet and Queen Bee. I guess I don't need to read what the monsters are. I'm sure you all can read just fine. Not bad. 818 gil. Maria's thunder level up. That was pretty good a hit. Whew. Oh my lord, excuse me. My hip. It must be the weather. It's definitely gonna like pour today. I'm gathering. After this, I should probably get Guy. Here, it's thunder leveled up. I should probably get Guy to restore HP. Although, only bad thing is doing it outside of battle, you don't get the stat increase. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't think you do. So. Excuse me. How much? 27 gil. That's not bad. Didn't even get a chance to hit save. Alright. Weird. I know something else I could do, I think. No, I can't be sure. Was I could probably buy Minwu attack magic to learn. So, Guy's sword and shield on it. So. My husband's back. The window right above me there looks out to about where the gate is for when you come through the side of the gate to, come to the house. So. Well, maybe not. Maybe it was just one of the animals jumping over it. Let's do this. My, oh my. So that's Summit Cave down there, and to get down there we head this way, and then use the canoe and paddle your way into the lagoon or lake or whatever it is there. And that's how you get into Summit Falls. Remember, you got some stats up. Excuse me. Feeling cure level up. Didn't take very long. Technically speaking. Dear me. So, and then something else that this game doesn't have, that the other one had was, as I'm sure you all remember seeing in Final Fantasy 1, you can usually encounter monsters when you're on the canoe. This one doesn't seem to have them, at least not yet. I am afraid that I may have to call the stream here shortly because I am dozing off. Just one of those things. Furion's HP went up. Who knows, maybe I'm just getting too relaxed on stream. So if that's the case, Monster Rehab. This was a line that they had, and I thought they got rid of, but they brought it back. Made the cans a little bit smaller. It's basically some of the same stuff that's in the monsters, but it's non-carbonated, and it is a tea. Like this one's peach tea. They also have a lemonade tea, and then they have a pink lemonade, I believe was the other one. So I used to buy these all the time when I worked at the hotel years ago, when I first started trying to stream. Do they help? Well, a little bit, because they have 170% of my daily need of niacin, 220% of my B6, 570 of my B12, and my pantothenate, 270%. Funny part is, though, is I already took a vitamin B complex, because vitamin B, folic acid, B12 helps burn sugar and all that stuff in your system. Burns basically glucose. And that's what actually makes you more awake. Caffeine makes you supposed to make you alert, but this other stuff is what makes you awake. God, he is really, like, his magic is really not quite what it should be, but that's fine. I'm only leveling his stuff up because of, potential boss fights where I might need it. Although in the other game he's got a lot of magic. Alright, so how much? Okay, so we'll just go ahead now and we will head to Summit Falls, and I will see how well I do. Because like I said, I was pretty well walking through that area. Like, cakewalking, whatever, through that area when I went through on my other game. Because I spent so much time grinding. And yes, I spent a little time grinding here, maybe too much. I don't know if that's why I was, dozing off. I would hate to think so. I mean, if I'm that bored, then I can't imagine how bored you guys must be. So, just thinking I'm hungry, but I realized I do have something I can snack on here when I'm done with my stream. So, a lot of a lot of HP, a lot of gil there. So hopefully we'll go towards something good. Anyway. Alright, so now let's see about just kind of ambling through Summit Falls. not too bad. So, this place will be of use later on. That place up there. So, actually, now that I think of it, that's where I'm at in my other game. Is I have to come back here and go to that little location up there in the center. So, Sun Guard. It's got 10 HP. So, I find it kind of strange that this is the, one of the few monsters I'm running into right now. So there's another treasure chest up here somewhere. And her attack went up just a little bit. Little bitty bit. 400 gil. HP up. I just might quick save it and call the stream because this hip hurts. Holy red. For those of you who, or whatever, please feel free to follow one of my other, they're on the slides there, which I will put up here before I end the stream. But feel free to follow me on some of those, so that way if I decide to not stream, I mean, I'm sure some of you it might not really make a huge difference, but if I decide not to stream, you're at least aware of it, so you're not waiting for me to, show up and I never do for the day. So, by the way, some of you may have noticed the little blue icon in the bottom corner of the screen. I finally got around to tinkering with making a logo for not just my channel, but for everything essentially. So that is the official logo for, Crescent Fang Creations, for my little endeavor, as I call it. So I was also talking to a coworker after I showed them that, and they essentially suggested maybe I should do a Patreon account, maybe a Ko-fi account. I thought it was coffee, but I guess it's Ko-fi account. Try to, unfortunately, make a few extra bucks to help cover my costs and get some of my spending managed properly. I need to pay my rent. But yeah. So, if you've got any opinions on that, of course, let me know. I would love to hear them. Alrighty, so these, I think I know my way down, but just to be on the safe side. Considering that balloon is a fire elemental monster, I'm surprised it took that much damage. Okay. It's a pretty big dungeon. Well, not pretty big, but it's a pretty whatever dungeon when it's all said and done. So, Good gravy. Well, that worked. Okay, there is one down here. $32. Okay. $200 gil. That's better than nothing. By how much, I don't know. No, his cure. No, his cure went up already. Yeah, I knew about that. And now his magic went up. There is one treasure chest over here. Because again, like the previous one, the previous Final Fantasy, I should say, there is an achievement for getting all the treasure chests and hidden items. Although I don't know where all the hidden items are because for some reason they're very hard to find in this one. I don't know if it's a case of they're hiding in plain sight, that's why I haven't found them, or what it is. 250 gil. Should really have them stop so that way they can conserve some of their magic that they've got left. But then again, Minwu has teleport, so I can just kind of pop out of the dungeon if I want. Can't remember. I think it might be the other one over, all the way over there. Nope, it's this one. Help us, please. Help us, please. Help us, please. Furion, it's you. I ever glad to see that. Am I ever glad you're here? This is Joseph's daughter Nellie. I think that Dastardly Borgen's been holding her hostage to threaten Joseph. Princess Hilda told you to bring her back some mythal, right? Well, that's normally where I step in. I figured out that this was where the mythal was coming from easy enough, so I thought I'd get the jump on you guys and nab the mythal before you could get here, only I messed up and got caught. Me, of all people. Well, I know I'm in over my head. So long, but don't worry, I'll take everyone with me. Thank you for saving us. I owe you one. I remember what's in that room. In here, though, somewhere, I'm pretty sure is a place I can recover some of my stuff, I hope. Can't remember now. Fire Tome. That allows me to teach somebody who doesn't already have it magic. Could give that to Furion, I think. There we go. That went really good. Okay. Hell of a sense that that might have played into it. Minwu staff leveled up. Okay, I thought not. Well, I can't say I thought not. I should have thought not, but I did not. Not. Who's there? Anyway. Oh. At this rate, I'm really not looking forward to going into work. Because I feel shitty enough as it is. I'm very tempted to start dual wielding. Actually, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to start dual wielding Firion and Guy. Because that will make some of these larger battles, excuse me, go that much quicker. See, now they'll attack twice because they're holding a weapon each hand. But if you barehand it, like a monk, you can't attack twice. You've got a hell of a lot better attack, though. Okay. Guy went up to 212 HP. Whoop. Shouldn't have done that. I have to use the washroom, though. Oh my gosh. Two cups of coffee and it went through me like you wouldn't believe. Holy cow. Okay. I don't think these ones have a specific elemental damage that they respond better to, so. Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. Ice. They respond best to ice in this one. Firion sword level up, Guy axe level up. And of course, strength went up for Guy and Minwu. So, not of course, but Alrighty, so I don't know why sometimes that second attack is really good, other times it ain't also that good. Furion's HP went up. Nope. I thought this one was the... Because there's 2 empty rooms down here, and then there's the one room that will take me to where I need to be to... get the item and get out of here. And because Minwu has teleport, I can go ahead and just grab it and do that. That was a good hit. Minwu's HP's up. Got a potion. Monsters. What's in here then? I think this one is... Pretty sure this one's weak against ice, because usually the turtles are. Yeah. $150 gil. Teleport tome. I'll give that to Maria. I'll say if he gets a chance to cast it. Alrighty. Guy's axe leveled up to level 3. Sprinters. This one? Yes. Okay. Rebels. Never thought I'd have to deal with your kind down here. Well, if you think you're getting mithril, you'd be right. My mithril blade straight through your heart. I don't remember the music changing with this, but okay. Did I have the volume? I might not have had the volume on when I was here previously. That was not good. That's not good either. Oh, there we go. I'm not sure what that was about. That wasn't hitting very well. inflicts it. See, and that's why I was saying that remember cursor is a pain in the butt in this one, because it automatically puts like any attack spells or status inflicting spells on my team. But now that I did that, it shouldn't be able to cast bow 3 anymore. Guess that's it. You can't do much of anything else right now, so. This will be her last chance to deal any damage. There we go. Very own sword level up. Went to level 5. Strength, stamina, and HP went up. Maria's MP, magic, stamina, and HP went up. Guys, MP, strength. Oh. Saw someone coming through. I thought it was my husband. It is, though. Magic, spirit went up, and Minwoo's strength went up. Which isn't too bad. You found Mithril in the chest. It wasn't bad stat increases, considering it was a boss battle that previously I was very well prepared for. And this time, not so much. Oh, my housemate. I think I'm going to end the stream just a little bit earlier than normal. And I'm going to be calling it after we double check this last room and I teleport us out. Because I'm just... I'm zonked. I have no idea why. She's completely out of MP. Okay, well. Alrighty. So that is going to be it. Not too bad for our first, you know... Oh, HP's pretty low. Not too bad for our first foray into the game thus far. I mean, got quite a good amount of gil and all that stuff, so... I did save, so we can quit. And yeah. So far, you know, if you get a chance, let me know what you think. Is this something worth me continuing? Because, I mean, even if I don't continue it for you guys, essentially, I will be, you know, playing through it anyway. And so, I would love to just, you know, play through it with you guys and finish it and all that other good stuff. So, but anyway, you know, as usual, if you have any thoughts, questions, concerns, whatever you'd like there, you reach out to me via DM or, you know, direct message on sorry, let's just go and put this up. you can go ahead and direct message me on Twitch here on my channel name. You could contact me via Facebook at Crescent Fang Creations. You could contact me you could contact me on Instagram, Crescent Fang Creations Official. You could even, go give my YouTube a subscribe, give my videos a like, and, go from there. Anyway, thank you so much for being here with me today. And we'll go ahead. I'll be ending this here shortly, but in the meantime, take care and stay safe out there. Bye.